Oh, it's live, House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
You never came looking for me to prove that you're the baddest. So, I've come looking for you to prove you're not.
All over the country, people have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?
Week after week, trying to make me look like a jackass.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy. I'm home.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome 3CT, 3 Count Thursday. We are live. It is Thursday, August the 15th, 2024. We are glad to be back with you for another episode. We hope you are doing well wherever you are this week. If you're following along with us live, give us a like, give us a share, and interact with us on the in the comments like Devin already is here. He says, what's up to his favorite people? What's up, Devin? Hope you're doing well, my guy. If you want to head over to tpublic.com, you can get your hands on some 3CT merch. I'm sure there's probably a sale going on over there, as there usually is on a Thursday night here. And just a small sampling there on the screen. So check that out. And tell your friends about the show. Subscribe to us on all podcast platforms, YouTube as well. We are at 3 Count Thursday across the board, as you can see on the screen now as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch as well, because Twitter wants us to pay to play live on their platform. And Elon, not going to happen. I don't think so. All right. So let's I think that's all the business there is to business. Let's go around the room. We'll start with Tim. Tim,
You all right, sir?
Hit the breaking news sounder.
Oh, we got breaking news.
Being reported right now, the other half of the Wild Samoans, Afa, has passed away.
Oh man, bummer to hear. I had seen something earlier. I think it was from MLW had tweeted something about prayers for Afa. So unfortunately that didn't sound good. Bye, Ryan.
Ryan said
the news shook him to his core.
The news broke him. So yeah, no, that's sad to hear. I know he's had a fair share of some health troubles in recent months. So hopefully he is at peace though. But thoughts and prayers to the family and the wrestling community as a whole with that news.
But aside from that, I'm good. I'm happy. Not a care in the world. Hope you guys are doing great as well.
Very good. Mikey B asked where Ryan's heading, and I know he's heading down to the beach with his family for the weekend. He also says hello to the crew. So welcome in, Mikey B. Intern, you know what? No, I'm gonna let Mark go last. Matt,
You all right, sir?
I'm doing a lot better than Mark's trivia friends. I know that much.
you ain't kidding. You ain't.
That's a Tuesday show conversation. Can't wait.
Sure is. Mark, I'm trying to unmute you, but
hello.
Oh, there we go. It wasn't letting me a minute ago.
Hello.
So intern, I'm always afraid to ask sometimes, but intern Mark.
You all right, sir?
Hi, boys.
Hi, Mark.
Boy, I wish Smokey was here for this one, but I'm good, real good. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could be the one or your new addiction. It's all in my head, but I went non-fiction. I don't want the world, but I'll take this city. Who can blame a girl? Call me hot, not pretty. Jim, do you like this beat? Touch your toes. Raise your hands now, body roll. Dance it out. You're hot to go. HOTTOGO. Snap and clap, Tim, then touch your toes. Raise your hands, Tim. Now body roll. Dance it out, Tim. You're hot.
Are you just trying to fill the time that you didn't get these song lyrics in for the past 3 weeks?
Yes.
My God. Well, thank you for that, Mark. Appreciate
Hi, boys.
whatever that was.
You all right, sir? How you doing, Big Jimmy?
I'm doing good.
Ryan,
and
you
there's
just
Smokey.
missed it, my
You
guy.
just missed it, Ryan.
That's Smokey.
You
That's
you
gotta be
exited
Smokey.
at the right time. I will say that. You exited at the right time.
He's probably listening to that in his call right now.
You missed Mark with a 14-minute soliloquy.
He dramatically read "Hot to Go."
Oh, God.
Smokey, snap and clap and touch your toes.
My thoughts exactly, Ryan.
You all right, sir?
I was before I called back in.
Wait a minute.
What is that? Is that spaghetti?
There is
Hell
pasta.
yeah! In honor of Virgil with the meat sauce.
There you go.
Gravy.
I dare say, Tim.
Gravy.
Gravy.
You know he's off probation.
He's off
heard
probation.
that.
Now we can with some. Before the show ends, Tim, there will be no pasta. The pasta.
We're
will
making
not be there.
leftovers, mother.
I had some mac and cheese earlier, Mark. So
I had stuffed shells for dinner, so
Holy
we had
cats.
all the pasta.
I had mac and cheese as well.
I had no pasta.
The pasta was not there, Smokey.
Can we
How's
just
your
make a
day?
shirt as just a plate of spaghetti? I almost said spaghetti of spaghetti.
A slate of spaghetti.
With just a circle with a line through it, and then just that's the next one. That's the next of, and Mark will be the only person to buy 7 of them.
yep.
We did just sell a one of our Winged Eagle shirts the other day out of nowhere.
It's a darn nice shirt.
It's a darn nice
Darn
shirt.
nice.
We're still moving that merch. How about it?
They're going to be real disappointed when they realize it's not the WWF Winged Eagle.
Ah, well, fuck them.
Red Winged Eagle.
Yeah, fuck them.
By that time,
So,
we count our money.
Before we jump into the news and the topics for tonight, I have another blind ranking. This one is going to be 90s WWF gimmicks. So I don't have any graphics for them because we should all know who they are. But we will start with number 1. You guys get to put them decide collectively.
Jim, is that graphics or giraffics?
Whichever you want it to be, Ryan.
I thought you would have a hard line on that too.
I mean, graphics is the word, so it is a G. But if you're a GIF guy, if you're a GIF guy, you're welcome in my house. Either way. But number 1, 90s WWE gimmicks, the Repo Man.
4.
Is this best to worst? Is this silliest to serious?
You know what? You guys have to determine how you want to put them.
However,
The category is 90s WWF gimmicks.
All right, so 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. I would put Repo Man at 4.
All right. Number 2.
sounds good.
Number 2, Beaver Cleavage.
Oh, that's a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless we're doing offensive, this could be number 1.
He didn't
All
get to there yet.
So we got Repo at 4, Beaver Cleavage at 5. Number 3, the Berserker.
Us.
Oof.
Us. Probably.
I think that's a solid 2.
Yeah,
a 2.
2.
All right.
I'm on 2.
All
Go
right.
ahead with your number, Smokey.
All right. So you got Berserker at 2. Number 4, TL Hopper.
3.
3.
Yeah, I'd put him at 3.
All right.
We're gonna get fucked here on number 1.
So you got Berserker at 2, TL Hopper at 3, Repo 4, Beaver Cleavage 5.
At this point, I'm okay with it.
You guys did okay because number 5 is the Mountie.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'd take that one.
He had that little shock stick. That's guarantee number 1.
He did.
He always gets his man, Smokey.
He does always get
That's
his
what
man.
Smokey used to say in college.
Imagine sitting in the pitch meeting for Beaver Cleavage.
I mean, let's be fair. It was probably Vince McMahon and his gaggle of yes men, and it was just like, it's gonna be hilarious, pal. You know, Cleavage.
No, it's funny because he wants to fuck his mother.
You know, and it's like, and Cleavage is like the big tits.
You get it? Movies.
Ryan, we got a question here. Are you working your DoorDash job tonight?
Nah, my shoot job pays enough. I don't gotta run pizzas around town.
Lucky for you. Lucky for you.
Can't hide money.
You have to drive all the way to Elizabethtown to get a good pizza.
You ain't lying.
Welcome to Sal.
All right, let's. We actually have a double dose of news tonight, but let's kick it off.
Right. Is this the segment where we just roast the E-Town Fair? I've been waiting all day for this.
that's the Tuesday podcast.
Hold on. Actually, I got to put my window down here for a second.
What's he doing?
What's happening?
Shane McMahon.
Oh my!
The best in the world.
That was good. That was real good.
Those 2 joggers had no clue what the fuck was going on.
They didn't have a clue. No clue. That Smokey was in that car.
Him eating his pasta.
He is eating his pasta. All right. The first news story that I had planned for tonight was just Randy Orton in an interview this week confirmed that he has re-signed with the WWE for an additional 5 years. He said, "I have all the time in the world, and as far as I'm concerned, I feel great. I feel healthy." Of course, Orton's scheduled to take on Gunther at Bash at the Beach coming up here in 2 weeks from this Saturday. So,
Bash at the fucking beach.
Bash at Berlin. My bad. Look,
Jesus
my
Christ.
Look,
You
okay.
said Bash to the Beach. I thought I missed something.
Yeah, most choked on the people.
Look, we could have confused Mark.
I would have went with it. I said, hold up.
Speaking
That
of
cake is
confusing
moldy.
people, I hate when these stories break because half of wrestling Twitter doesn't understand the difference between resign and re-sign.
Yes, Randy Orton's resigned for the next 5 years.
Yes. He won't be back for at least 5 years.
I have other breaking news here, Jim.
We got
Holy
more
cats.
news. The news show.
I just learned as of 1 minute ago that the woman who portrayed Mrs. Cleavage actually passed away in 2004 of breast cancer.
Oh, dang. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
That's sad. Rest in peace, June.
So much for all those 8x10s I just printed.
You're gonna lose your ass on that one.
You gotta take a bath.
Hey. So Smokey brought the bubbles.
First, you lost all that money on those booths at the E-Town Fair, and now this.
God, what a
Big
week!
trouble.
I'm having a rough week, I'll tell you that.
Poor Smokes.
What a week!
Smokes
What's
taking
this
a
world
bath.
coming to? What's this world coming to?
Well, at least Smokey smells good.
At least the ham salad sandwiches or whatever are going to be there this year, I bet.
Yes, ham loaf sandwiches.
You can wash it
Ham
down
loaf,
with
not
those
ham salad.
garbage grunge milkshakes.
God, they were horrible. That was one of the worst milkshakes I've ever had. I'm not even kidding.
I think it was just ice cream and water.
It was mop water. You're
Mop
gonna have
water.
to
I saw
drink-
them getting that out of the clean tap over there at the fair.
You're gonna have to get it out of the trough.
I'm telling you, look, we went to the fair last year, and the food stand that we went to was terrible. The milkshakes were bad. It was a mess.
What food stand did you go to?
I don't know, some sandwich stand. It was like a toasted.
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
You're talking about the Lions Club, aren't you?
No. It was like a standalone truck.
Yeah, it was like a little food truck.
Like panini sandwiches or something. And we should have known because there was no line.
Yeah.
But that's what was attractive to us.
We're like, hey,
That's
nobody's
a dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Look at all these suckers waiting for cheesesteaks and other good things.
And then I walked by like the guy just reselling Papa John's, and I was like, oh, now I'm jealous. Like I was jealous of like, room temperature Papa John's. That's how bad the sandwich was.
He was selling them. I remember that. Instead, you went for the Listeria.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what was in that milkshake.
Okay. Now, did you ever get the root beer?
Where?
Well, they have two root beer stands. One's by the main stage, where you can see Flamin' Dick and the Hot Rods this Friday night.
Oh,
Yes.
And 15 years ago, Matt, I bought one of those refillable root beer mugs, and they're begging me not to bring it back this year. But I told them they can stick it up there, you know what.
It sounds like people they'd be just begging for people to show up this year. The way that
No, I'm coming back, baby.
Leave it to Mark to stick it to the small business owners too, and just get free root beer.
way to
Well,
go,
you pay
Mark.
a small fee.
Mark,
Yeah,
where did you tell him to stick it? I'm curious. The people want to know. I didn't think that was legal in each town.
Well, they were the new guy, and they didn't know where to stick it, so I had to tell them, you stick it up your you know what.
I don't know what.
How would he know if he's the new guy?
Oh, well, you know. You stick it up your you know what.
I don't know.
You told him to stick it up his flaming dick in the hot rods.
Right up the Flamin' Dick and the Hot Rods.
The old hot rod up the flaming dick.
What a stupid band.
I'm glad.
They know how
I'm
to
glad
get
my
down.
town has the good sense not to welcome him back anymore.
They're not welcome back
Unbelievable.
Flamin' Dick and the Hot Rods.
Mark, do you have a Flamin' Dick in the Hot Rods t-shirt?
Not yet, but I keep looking each week at the thrift store. One's
What
bound
the
to
hell's
show
wrong
up.
with you?
Mark, nobody bought one. That's
Oh,
why
I
they
don't know
never
about
ended
that.
up at the thrift store.
I
Yeah,
bet there's
can't-
going to be a nice Flamin' Dick in the Hot Rod collection when somebody
Can't be a
passes.
second-hand purchase if no one
You can
purchased
be a
it first
secondhand dick.
Well, secondhand
You
dick
know.
is better than no dick.
I wouldn't know.
I'd get you kicked out of the E-Town Fair.
Yes.
Definitely would.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
probably get banned. They don't want that type of whatever.
Nah, they don't want secondhand dick at the
No, they want first-hand dick like Flamin' Dick and his hot rods. All of his hot rods smoky.
God.
Now the
Don't bring
gentleman
me
band
into
will be
this.
there.
Get my fucking name out your mouth. I ain't got shit. I'm just driving down and minding my own fucking business, and you have to say smoke.
Smoke.
Devin says, "Damn it, you found out about my band."
He
Devin,
Devin will
if
be
that
there.
thing was flaming, you would burn down half the state of
Oh.
Pennsylvania.
It'd be a national disaster.
What happens when the fire
Wildfire
catch
breaks
fire?
out in Pennsylvania.
Did Big Dick Devin ever tell you about the time he was dating the magician?
No.
No.
They were well, he was driving and she was a magician, and they were driving along, and she put her hand on his leg and he turned into a motel.
What?
What? Into a motel.
Ah, what the fuck did you just
What
say?
does that even mean?
Well, he turned
That was
into
a bad
motel.
joke, and you're a bad person for saying it.
Yep.
That doesn't even make sense, Mark.
Died
Thank God
laughing.
Mrs. Cleavage wasn't here to hear that.
Look
Yeah,
at him.
for
He's
real.
he's cracking up. Like what? I don't even.
So the punchline was that he turned into a motel.
Yeah, he turned into a motel because she was a magician. She turned him into a motel.
But it's also a turn of phrase because they're driving, and when
Yes.
she touches his leg, he turns his car to the hotel because it's a bad joke that somebody had to explain.
You get me. He really gets me.
I gotta quit. If I get him, I have
You
to go.
get me. And this
No.
week coming up,
No.
you can get your goat right there at the Great Elizabethtown Fair.
He's wearing you down.
You know
All
what I
right.
could get? You know what I could
can't
get you?
do
A
that this
bed
year,
and
Mark.
a home.
You can't get your goat.
Not this year.
You can get root beer at home. You can get ice cream at home and make your own milkshakes. If you want to, break out your mother's dishes and throw dimes. It's the same experience.
That's right.
The trash will be so disappointed if I don't go to the dime pitch this year.
The second news story of the day, it was announced earlier today, AEW All In 2025 will take place at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, Saturday, July the 12th, 2025. And then they will be going back to London for All In 2026. So I know we talked a couple weeks ago about the prospect that AEW would be running a stadium show, possibly in Texas. I know we hypothesized maybe AT&T Stadium, but it is Globe Life Field, home of the Texas Rangers. I don't even know what the attendance is there, but do we? Yes, thank you, Mark. Capacity is 40,000 for Globe Life Field. So
Which means you could get up there because that doesn't account for the field.
yeah, that's true.
I
That's true.
told you all. Fucking called it. Receipts are coming. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
He's upset.
He added
I
a
knew it.
sixth
You
person
did
to the
it.
podcast.
What happened to Smokey? Oh, Jiminy Chris.
I didn't know what else to do, so I panicked.
That's on me. I forgot where I was.
Yeah, it's not Tuesday. It's Thursday.
That's on me.
We all panic. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay here. We're going to get through this. But no, I think it's a great announcement. I think you put it out early enough. I think AEW is getting close to announcing their new media rights deal. So yeah, I think I'll sign. I don't think you're going to have trouble filling 40,000 45,000 for a baseball stadium. I think there's enough interest for a big show that you should be able to fill that.
Well, you know what would fill it? If Tony Khan, that coward, if he would book Jarrett versus Hangman Page, that would fill it.
Fuck you, Tony!
You coward.
Wow. Mark going hard at Tony Khan.
He's a coward because he won't book
I'm
Jarrett
serious.
versus...
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Because you're a coward, Tony Khan.
Mark out here doing the Lord's work on 3 Count Thursday this week.
Wild.
I'm proud of you.
It really is.
Look at you. What's gotten into you, Mark?
I'm upset. I'm going to the vet. And now, Indy,
Ryan, are you okay? What are you getting, Smoke?
I ain't getting nothing. Why do you think I'm getting something?
He stopped
You're
at
clearly at a drive-through.
I got a vanilla milk.
There you go.
All that talking milkshakes.
Did they spit in it? It's probably still better than the one at the E-Town Fair.
Come on now.
No, it's from Colby's Chicken here in Delaware.
That's the
It's
place
right by
right
the.
near.
It's right by Eat.
Oh, you're right near Tim. Go honk the horn out front of his house.
Whoop, there he was.
Did you say cold feet chicken?
Oh God.
Colby, KOLB, I fucking hell.
Cold feet chicken.
Ryan's in trouble. You okay? You gonna be all right?
I'll be fine.
It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna make it.
Poor Smokey, look at him. He's getting all tuckered out. Now his turn signal's on.
It is. Can you hear that?
This is making a turn, Mark.
That's because I'm trying to.
Hotel.
All right. Well, speaking of AEW, speaking of All In, that'll take us to our question of the week this week.
The 3 count question of the week.
Mark, what's gotten into you?
I want to see Jarrett versus Hangman Page.
Why?
Well, because that's a matchup at South the AT&T Stadium.
I'm not sure that it would, Mark.
They're
That's
not
the main
at
event.
AT&T Stadium.
They're in
Well,
Wembley Stadium this year.
That
And
would
next
sell out
year they're at
Wembley.
Globe Life Field.
I heard a rumor that T Swift is opening up for him.
Open it up for Fozzy.
Open up for Jeff Jarrett. She's playing there
Jeff
6
Jarrett-
nights.
Jeff Jarrett is more likely to have former NBA player Stromile Swift open for him than Taylor.
Are you serious? Taylor's going to be there, Tim. She's playing 6 nights in Wembley.
When?
Right before the All Out show.
Right after the 5 nights at Freddy's.
Yes. Right after the
I
Rosie
mean,
Palms.
recently, how much of that stadium are they going to fill?
Which stadium? Wembley?
Wembley.
I think I saw they have cleared 50,000 tickets.
So they're at half capacity.
Yeah, it's definitely down, definitely down from last year.
They could play it at a Clipper.
They could do that.
Let's see if I can
I'm trying
find
to
the
look
most
right now.
recent ticket data for that.
Yep, I'm looking right now. You can keep going.
Yeah, attendance definitely down. I think that's probably another part of the reason why they're moving All In next year to Texas, cool off the London crowd a bit. Maybe you'll get a little bit more excited for the show next year. I think a repeat of between 76 and 84, depending on which wrestling news source you read that day, was going to be hard to replicate. But the question this week is, with All In 2024 London being 10 days away, what's your current excitement level for it? Like, are you excited for the show? Do you plan on watching the show? Like, where are we at with All In 2024?
Big Jimmy,
Jim, I'm glad you've asked.
Yes, okay.
Go ahead.
You asked three questions. What's my excitement level? Am I going to watch it? What was the other question?
Just where we at? Where we at with it?
None and 0. I didn't even know that was this weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
0.0.
I was wrong again. Still 0.
So the fact that you'll be home to potentially watch it does not move the needle at all.
No, I'm going to be with Mark watching Pitbull.
Correct. We will be watching Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
305.
Mr. Pitbull is playing at 1 p.m. on a Sunday?
Well,
Oh, that's what it is? I thought it was Saturday night.
me too.
No, it's Sunday afternoon.
It's Sunday.
Sunday, not
All right. Jesus Christ, I'll come up with another excuse.
Smokey and I will be at the. We'll be combing the Elizabethtown Fairgrounds with our metal detectors. At that point,
Sure.
I won't be doing that.
yeah,
Me and Mark are going to the grand opening of the new Austin.
Yes,
There's
Where
not
on
a
the
new
moon?
Hosses.
New
There hasn't
Hosses
been a
in
new
the-
Hosses since Hector was a pup.
they're putting one in the Buck.
No, they're not.
Rolling. It's an upcoming Metropolis.
Get out.
Wembley Stadium.
No.
Wembley Stadium is set up for 51,314. This is as of August 8th. They have distributed 45,158 tickets. That's last from WrestleTix.
So they're about 6,000 away from.
Yep, there's 6,156 tickets as of the 8th. That's probably lower. So they're probably in the 5,000 range.
We'll get some walk-ups.
Dude, that's still a lot of people to go watch wrestling.
It is. You know, for a company not named WWE to do a show of that size is still pretty wild.
And let's put this into perspective. I mean, WrestleMania 40 Night 1 did 60,000.
Yeah.
It's not that far off.
I mean, that's a small. I think like the Giant Center, when Raw was there last time, was set up for like 89,000. So like, it's a AHL sized arena basically. Difference between the two. So Ryan's lukewarm at best about All In. Where's everybody else at? Excitement involved.
I want to be more excited.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker is on this card.
Yeah.
And that's not an indictment just on Mercedes. That's also on Britt.
Because I know you've never been a Sasha/Mercedes guy. Have you never been a Britt guy either?
No, I liked Sasha in NXT.
Okay.
I didn't like her on the main roster, and I don't like her now. I just think it's gonna be. I think that might be the work. That might be on a night in which you are also doing Toni Storm and Mariah May. There's this match that they try to make me give a crap about Camille, and I can't.
Yeah. Also, like the way they presented that angle last night, Camille just assaulted a fan.
And
just assaulted a fan.
Britt had enough time to walk.
Oh my goodness!
Through the crowd, get on the apron, and put on a stupid glove. And Sasha's just gonna stand there like an idiot with the kendo stick.
She was like she didn't even like she just stood watching one spot with like the cane or whatever.
Yeah,
it was rough.
I'm not gonna pass my tempered expectations just on that match.
No.
MJF Will Ospreay is gonna be absolutely fine when the bell rings, but everything MJF is doing right now with the international title, making it the American title, it is not for
He's just going around the world doing racisms.
Yeah,
like it's not even clever. Like that's the sad part. Like
that's MJF.
Yeah, like man, it
right,
just
that's been his gimmick since the Indies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was cool seeing him on the big stage before, but like now this run is not for me.
He just needs to pick one thing that he is and be it. Are you rich, dude? Are you best wrestler in the world, dude? Are you patriot, dude? Like,
right. He's like Tamu Hulk Hogan at this point.
Dude? Are you insult, dude?
Right.
Like, what are you? Instead, like, all of your promos are scatterbrained at best. Mm-hmm. Like, thank God you wrestle really good.
Yeah, he does have that going for him.
Like, the match is going to be fine, but it's like, somehow they found a way to cool Will Ospreay.
Right.
Which is impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside, those two matches are really bringing me down. The rest of the card is like solid, but
yeah. Well, I wouldn't call Jericho Hook solid.
I mean, it'll be fun. It's a good showcase match.
Jericho hasn't been solid for about 4 years.
I mean, Jello's a solid.
Well, I guess. Yeah. I guess it's a loose solid.
Sorry. Gello.
Yeah, that's how Grandma used to answer the phone. Yellow.
I don't know. Young Bucks, FTR, the 3 tag teams in AEW fighting each other again.
Is that confirmed?
According to Wikipedia, it is. I don't know if it's AEW confirmed.
They must have taped.
But yeah, Bucks, FTR, Acclaimed in a triple threat.
Cool.
Or no, it's FTR or the Acclaimed. I guess that hasn't been
Right,
determined.
because they fight at Collision.
Okay, which
And
is
the winner
live,
of
right?
them
They do
fights
Collision
the Young
live
Bucks.
now.
I think it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Swerve Danielson, the match should be.
I mean,
really
if the
good.
match takes place in front of 50 people, does it really take place?
Well, that's true.
Then they did, but
Jack Perry Darby does less than 0 for me.
I don't know, man. They're gonna kick each other's face in. That's gonna be nice.
I mean, cool. I don't know. I can't. I just don't get excited about anything generic, Jack. I don't.
You weren't here for him doing a borderline murder the week after he cut a really serious promo, only to get interrupted by a $7 Taco Bell commercial.
Oh, so Matt, you said Afa has not passed away. Where's
Taco Bell?
No.
His
daughter tweeted that he is still fighting.
Hey, congratulations! Retraction.
No.
Oh,
very good.
Or said, don't believe everything you read.
All right. Well,
I saw one post that looked like it came from Samu.
The killer
I
whale.
don't think it's actually said him passing, so I immediately retract my statement. My apologies to anybody.
T's and P's to
T's and P's still, regardless.
Mrs. Cleavage is still passed away, though.
Unfortunately.
R.I.P. Mrs. Cleavage.
Correct.
We can rest
it's a
our
coffin.
hat
It is
knowing
a
we got
coffin
that
match.
piece of
No.
Jack Perry, Darby Allin is a coffin match. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I forgot about that. Devin says he couldn't give 2 shits about AEW.
Could he give one?
That's a good question. Devin,
we
you
get one
give
out of
one
it?
shit.
Devin, you should see a physician.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should maybe eat some fiber,
He's constipated. That's why.
or get some Mucilax.
He gave one, but he just can't get the second one out.
Swerve and Danielson. I mean, that should be really good. Do you feel like they've made it? Is it too obvious that Danielson's losing?
Yeah.
I think it's too obvious that he's winning.
Okay.
No.
There's the swerve, Jim.
There it is. I guess.
The swerve, bro.
It just, I feel like they've gotten just heavy-handed on like everything. Like it's Jeff Jarrett has to convince him to get excited to wrestle, and then it's gonna be his last chance at the title, but he's still not enthused about it. And he doesn't get enthused about it until Swerve brings up his family. Like, man, I don't know. It just the build to it has seemed odd to me. Not bad, not good. Just
I think this will be the first time we see Brie Bella in AEW.
It's a bit odd. Now, did Jim Ross have an interview with Swerve, or did I dream that?
No, he did
We had
last
an interview
week.
with both of them, actually.
Okay, I missed the Danielson one. I saw the Swerve one last week. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. I think we will see Brie. I think we probably see Nikki as well. I think.
Nah, we don't need to see that.
You watch your mouth.
We're good.
You can look what you can.
But yeah, I do think we will see. We will see.
Did we have the slow mo Nikki Bella music?
We
Is that what she says to John Cena now? He can look, but he can't touch.
That's what it.
You can look, but you can't touch. You can't dream it on the stars above. Something
I've never heard it before, but is this Nia Jax singing this?
No, don't say that about
Nia Jax wishes.
And I mean,
Jax is
you
a sweet lady.
can't play that without this. This feels like the thing like at the club when the DJ like would do it to slow it down before he cranks it back up.
Waiting for the beat to drop. Horrible.
I mean, Jim, you could say Nikki's better than Brie, but did Nikki ever scream Brie mode and then completely whiff on a dropkick, giving us the best?
I don't think she ever did. I don't think she ever did.
Who did Brie shoot knock out? Was that Liv Morgan?
I think it was Liv Morgan.
Just brained her with a knee and then kept fighting her.
And we can't forget those acting chops either on Brie. That scream is the gold standard.
That was with Kane. That was with Kane, right?
Yeah. I mean,
actually, that was Mayor Glenn. Mayor Glenn got in the car and she
that probably would have gotten a
most
real
women
scream.
do when Mayor Glenn gets near them. Just they scream in absolute horrific terror. Which I get it. He's a terrible person.
Yeah, for sure.
I would
Poor
scream.
women.
But yeah, I'm hoping to get to watch All In. I know I have a fantasy football draft that night, so I forgot that it was a day show. But yeah, so I'm hoping to watch it. I hope that my lower expectations for it will actually make it better in the long run. But we will preview that show in its.
I think Ryan's got the right opinion of it right now.
I think so too. It's really
just that spinning wheel.
We will preview All In live here next week. And last topic I have for tonight. I know we've talked at times about how we think WWE probably is going to want to do something, fairly major or things that are going to be must see when they move Raw to Netflix in January, but they are now really starting to advertise USA's move to, or SmackDown's move to the USA Network coming up here in September. And so I kind of wonder now too, with the switch off of broadcast television, and it is still, as of now, correct me if I'm wrong, it is still Friday night, right? It is still a Friday night SmackDown as of now. Does WWE need to do something major when they move SmackDown to the USA, or are we just so used to SmackDown on TV on Friday now that they don't really need to move the needle? I know when they moved to Fox, I believe the opening night was when Brock Lesnar won the title from Kofi. I think was on the first SmackDown on Fox. Do they need to do something that's going to really get people talking when they move it to USA?
Yes. You know what they could do? They need to. If they could get Tony Khan, that coward, to book Jared versus Hangman Page on SmackDown USA, that'd put some butts in seats.
My favorite part of Mark going hard heel turn on Tony Khan is I don't think I've ever called Tony Khan a coward on our program.
You probably have.
Well, I've probably called him worse. Nothing like morally offensive, but I've probably called him worse than coward. No,
they got to do something, Jimmy. You got to.
So Cody's the champion there. The tag champions over there are Bloodline. Nia Jax is the women's champion currently. Now we do have a premium live event between now and then.
Yeah, Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, Bash at the Beach. I think Real World Animal's going to be going to be there as well.
No, he is also dead.
Oh, he's dead?
He's also
Shit.
dead.
Well, T's and P's.
Him, Beaver Cleavage, not Afa.
No, not Beaver Cleavage is still with. Well, Mrs.
know of.
Cleavage gone.
Mrs. Cleavage.
Mrs. Cleavage.
I think the man formerly known as Beaver is still with us, right?
Chaz Warrington is still around. Yeah,
he's still
Chaz
with
Warrington, Mosh from the Headbangers.
That's right. That's right.
Tim, Tim was a little rough on the Beaver last night.
Mark,
he's a
I'm
married
not
man
big
now,
enough.
Mark.
A nice stuffed beaver. A nice stuffed beaver.
Yes. Speaking of beavers, little Indiana Bones is chewing away on Mountjoy Mini again.
Good.
No one gives a shit.
She ripped every piece of stuffing out of that drowned rat.
She loves Mountjoy Mini.
Good.
She
A
chews.
nice stuffed beaver.
Let's put her on a list.
Nia Jax, women's champion. LA Knight is the U.S. champion.
Yeah.
Is it? Like I don't think we're gonna get a WWE title change.
They're gonna bring back "Beautiful People" as the intro song.
Oh,
I'd be all about that.
I do like that. Mike also says can't wait for a Rock Roman standoff on the first SmackDown on
What's
on
the
USA.
date for it?
September 10th.
Holy
it was like
cats.
October 2.
That's coming up quick.
I thought it was in September.
You're probably right, Jim.
Do you remember?
September 10th is a Tuesday.
So probably not.
That's Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Yes.
September 13th. September 13th is the first.
That's
SmackDown.
quickly approaching, Mark.
Come
Friday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, 4 weeks to get ready, Mark.
I'm going to be ready. That's the night that Hershey Park opens with the Halloween carrying on.
That's exactly what the promotional stuff says, right?
In September they do that.
September. They're opening September 13th.
Disney World, a real amusement park, has already started their Halloween celebration.
No, it's too
Yeah,
early
they're
for
also
that.
very early.
They are extremely early. It's like 150. It was friends of ours. The Mike, Mrs. Big Mac, posted a picture the other day. The thermometer in their vehicle said 122.
Oh my god!
You can't be changing his nickname.
What?
He was Mikey B to start the show, and now he's
I think
back to being Big Mac.
We've
Big
called him
Mac.
Big Mac for a while.
Right.
I call him.
I
I
know
call
he's
him
been Big
Mikey
Mac.
B over.
Mikey B is new.
I call him Mikey B over on the Huddle Up side. My brain.
Mikey
Look,
B.
My brain's tired, Tim. Bear with me. My brain's tired.
This ain't no huddle up, Big Jimmy.
It is
It's
not.
the 3 Count Thursday podcast.
Not no take 3 either.
It is not. It does not take 3.
There's more than 3
not.
people watching. That's how you know it's more than take 3.
Oh my god.
Yikes, brother.
What?
Read the effing room,
Mark,
my guy.
what happened to you this week?
I'm upset.
Mark
All this
out
talk
here
about
Mark
this
choosing
starting fights at
violence.
trivia.
I'm starting fights. I'm going to end it too. I'm going to end these fights. And if I
Well,
got to
you're
go
gonna-
around,
Mark's gonna have a lot of open Wednesdays here coming up after his whole trivia team gives him the boot.
Like, my goodness. I got a new viewer there. Look at that. More people joining in.
hello.
Mike says his wrestling nickname is Big Mac, football nickname Mikey B. Yeah. So I'm doing my best here.
Mikey.
Uh,
Mikey B.
but yeah,
Little
I
fella.
well that's Joe. Like Mike says, we know it's not take 3 because there isn't a little guy making jokes about dicks. That's true.
Nope, there's a fat guy making jokes about dicks.
Oh.
This one.
That is also true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the WWE needs to, but I feel like I think there does need to be something that happens, whether it is a Rock Roman is that one of the shows that Roman is scheduled for, Tim? Do you know?
I have no clue. I know he's scheduled for this week.
He's on this week. Yeah, I don't know if he's scheduled for that one.
Oh,
I don't even know where I don't even know where the show is located. Like where SmackDown on the 13th is going to be.
Let's see if I can pull that up here.
It's probably on the award-winning WWE website.
This week they are in Orlando at the Kia Center. The 13th for the SmackDown on USA, the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, nice. That's where
Daniel Bryan's coming back.
World's End's going to be.
Yeah.
Or not World's End. Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, and the Daniel Bryan's World's End, or Bryan Danielson's, like that. That's
Daniel Bryan Danielson.
That's his big send off, maybe.
Leave the memories.
Yeah, Orlando,
alone.
DC, Edmonton, Seattle over the next couple of weeks.
Seattle.
Shane checking in with us. What's going on?
Shane.
Yeah, I could see a. I think actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's where you could potentially get a women's cash in. I think that could be the thing that takes place, because I don't see the tag titles moving out of the bloodline yet. I don't see LA Knight losing the US title yet, and I don't see Cody Rhodes losing the WWE championship there. So I could potentially see a women's cash in, a women's title move, just so you kind of have that, anything can happen on Friday night SmackDown on USA moment. So any other thoughts on what the big what big thing they could do if they need to?
Well, Big Jim, it could be Tiffy time. I like that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, you said today that VKM wasn't doing well. 10 bell salute. To open the show.
His lawyers have come out and said fake news. The fake is
Wasn't
news.
it his wife that said otherwise?
Well, I don't think they've been together in years. I'm fairly certain from some reports they weren't even living in the same house.
But it's kind of crazy, but I bet you that she's still the executor of his will.
Oh, probably, because they're still legally married.
Yeah.
Because they stayed legally married for her political career, which is going down the tubes.
Horrible human being.
Let's see. Big Mac says Roman and Sammy win the tag titles from the bloodline. All right, that could be some. Devin says The Rock could show up, challenge Cody for Survivor Series. Potentially.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. The only thing I
could see The Rock showing up, but not the Cody part.
Yeah, the only thing I expect at this point to happen at Survivor Series is the Bloodline WG.
Not them.
You don't think? What do you think it's gonna? Is it gonna New Judgment Day versus Old Judgment Day?
No, it's new. It's gonna be the new JDs versus Damian, Sammy, Jay, and a fourth.
It could be
Okay.
Edge.
It could be Edge. He's not up to anything.
He's under contract somewhere else.
No, that's a damn scope of land. Yeah, part of me thinks they may kind of steer back into some of the Raw champions versus SmackDown champion stuff with as much interaction and back and forth as there's been with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. So I could actually see some of those matches. I think if Rock Cody is going to happen, it would happen on Rumble or Mania. I know we talked about it being lock it in Mania, but yeah, I personally don't see that coming at Survivor Series, but we'll obviously see. Anything else, gentlemen, for this week?
That can't be it already.
I mean, we can finish early, Mark. It's nothing to judge. It's nothing to judge anybody about.
I've made a living on finishing early.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. All right,
Early to bed, early to rise. Am I right, fellas?
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Devin rises with the sun and takes out his bedroom with
I can't tell you how many lamps he's broken.
They all have to be made of rubber.
What a shame.
All right. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at 3 Count Thursday. Make sure you are subscribed to all the channels. Subscribe on all podcast platforms. We got the Tuesday show coming up this week. We had a good one this past week. If you haven't given that a chance, make sure you do. Get your merchandise over at tpublic.com. Until the Tuesday podcast next Thursday when we are back here live. Stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.